Entry in, you have your step switch and then a bank of light switches. Step basically is either in or out. Okay. This one's your main Adria panel. You have an on-off switch there which is showing orange at the moment, so is on. This one will control the lights. This one will control the awning light outside. This one will control your water pump. This one on this vehicle probably doesn't do anything, but sometimes you will find things like the bed will go through it. The information side over here, this one will tell you you've got mains electrics hooked up. This will give you a level reading off your water. This will give you a level reading off your wastewater. This one will give you a voltage reading off your vehicle battery and leisure battery, the amperage draw, and the internal and external temperature. This one is the control panel for your Truma heating and water heating. You push the button to turn it on, and this is normally the screen that will greet you. This is telling me we've got the heating on. This is telling me it's running off 2 kilowatts of electric. This one's telling me the fan is on an eco setting. It's 20 degrees is where it's set for, and this will normally give you the time below it. Okay. To alter anything, push the button and you will basically open up another menu. You can see we've got a motorhome flashing. If I click it again, this will then allow me to alter the temperature within the van. Your maximum is 30 degrees, your minimum is 5 degrees. If you go below the 5, it will turn the system off. The important thing when you're altering it, once you've selected the temperature that you want, make sure you push the button again. If I now move the knob to the right, you will move across so each item is flashing. I'll do the water next. If I click the button again, you can see at the moment we've got it switched off. This will turn it to eco, which is about 40 degrees, hot, which is about 60 degrees, or boost, which will shut your heating down while it brings the water to temperature quickly. Same scenario as with the heating. If you don't click the control, it won't set it. If I go one to the right again, you're now picking up your heat source. I can use either 2 kilowatt of electric, 1 kilowatt of electric, a mix of gas and 2 kilowatt, of gas and 1 kilowatt, or of gas only. Again, having altered it, you need to click the button to make it work. The fan has 2 settings, either high or eco. Eco, you'll not hear the fan, it works very gently in the background. If you put it on the high, a bit more ferocious, and you'll hear the fan. You have a timer on here, so you can set up a start time and a stop time. Obviously, to do that, you obviously need the clock set as well, which will be this setting, and I can alter that to where I want to go with it. So this one's your bed, up or down, just up or down accordingly. Above that, you've got your smoke alarm and your carbon monoxide detector.
You ready?
And here we've got the fridge controls, on-off switch on the far left. This panel itself will go to sleep, so if you push the square one, it will show you what it's doing, and then if you push and hold the square one, it will allow you to alter anything. You actually have 4 settings on this. The A is automatic, the electric symbol, battery symbol, which will only work while the engine is running on the vehicle, or the gas symbol. If you select automatic and then push the square button, this will then allow you to alter your temperature. The more bars which are lit, the colder the fridge will get. If you selected automatic, it will automatically choose which power source it can and defer to that.
Okay.
Just the inside of the fridge and your freezer box at the top. Right, here we have the cassette toilet. Top will swivel where you want it to go. Before using the toilet, there is a grey lever on the front which needs sliding back to open the gate valve. You would then use your toilet as normal, and the flush switch is the blue one.
Okay.
On the control panel, you have a light which will come on when the waste tank wants empty. In the little cupboard to the left of that, there's a little slide valve which comes off your heating, which will pump hot air around the fresh water tank to stop it freezing.
Okay.
In the back of the wardrobe, you've got the extra cushion and the extra headrest for making up the fourth seat. Kitchen. Here you have your hob, 3 controls buttons, and the igniter then switches in the middle. Again, it's a combination oven, so one side will do the grill, the other way will do the oven, and you push and hold it in and push the igniter next to it. Going back to the conversation earlier, there is that submersible pump for putting water into the onboard tank if needed. You've also got your aerial lead in there, and the remaining bits for the TV fitting. Right, we're going to show you the boiler and mainly the draining of it. Normally you won't need to take this panel off, but because we're taking a video, we've just deassembled it. Normally you'd access it through this hole. Yep, this is your boiler then. All the controls are above the door, but the reason we needed to show you under here is the drain point is this frost valve here. If the temperature gets to 5 degrees or lower, this will automatically open, and the diamond shaped lever that you see on the top of there will turn sideways, and there is a button which pops out on the bottom of it. You need to get that temperature back up above 5 degrees. You can then turn it and reset the button. Under your seat here, again, we've moved the cushions out of the way just so you can see easier. You've got your leisure battery, the solar panel controller on the far side. This one is your control box, and then your battery chargers alongside it. I've just removed the cushions off of here to go under the seats. Under this one we have your onboard water tank. You can obviously get in there for cleaning, etc. This one here will drain your onboard water tank, and as per the diagram, if you go so far with it, it will drop the tank from 110 litres to 20. If you then keep turning it, it will drop it to 0. Whilst we're under here, this is the back seat, so you unclip this and it will fit into these two and come up. You then put the headrest on the top and you pull it with your feet out backwards. Under the front of this one you have your water pump, and again no real needs to get under this for that, and next door to it you have your mains 240 volt trip. Your controls on the cab side. First thing that I will show you here is a clipboard which comes up. If you then pull the lever, you can then use it to put in a sat nav or phone. It will grip that in place, or you can obviously just use it as a clipboard. Below that you've got your radio and media centre. Your sat nav is in centre, it'll link to your phone. Aircon below it. You will need the fan on at least setting 1 to get the aircon working. Along the bottom, this one will lock the van down. You've got hill descent and traction control. Here you've got your instruction folder, which is in one of the top lockers. You'll find the main book is in the back, and then all the individual ones are in the wallets at the front. The Fiat one is currently on the door wheel.